Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to play some YouTube Holdem. We're going to look at some chip stackers and we're going to talk about custom chips and regrets. Let's call it that. All right, let's start with, we're going to play Holdem last. So I'm going to move these aside here for a minute. Let's put them right here. I'm going to talk about custom chips. All right, so I ordered these chips from BR Pro Poker and I paid full price for them. These are my custom chips. I wanted them to look promotional, right? I wanted them to look all official. So I thought, hey, I'd put like the Vintage Golfer and Hobbyphilic on the side of these, and I regret it. Okay, so just real quick, it's a real simple little set here with, I'm trying to grab some of these 25s here, with just like 3 chips, okay? So let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. So you can see there's the 25, the 100, the 500. Is that focusing? No idea. Anyway, so you can see this is just a flat green, and then it moves to a gradient black to like a gray, and then a orange to a white. And so I like the face of them. I like the little spots here. I like the spot progression, how it goes from a 1-color white to a 2-color kind of a purple with like a white outline. I like the faces a lot. I like my logo in the middle. Looks very promotional. The numbers around the side looks great, okay, in my opinion. But what I don't like is this text on the side. I thought, hey, yeah, it'll look cool, but it doesn't. I should have just put like squares or something on the side. I don't like the wraparound. Here's some, this is a 43mm Monaco from Apache Poker Chips. Again, I paid for it with my own money. The edge spots wrap around, and if you look at some of them, sometimes they're not perfectly aligned, right? Because they're just dye sublimation. They're basically printed on here. And so for me, for ceramics, I don't like that look. So I would have just put little rectangles or little circles or little, a few of them, like 4 around the edges, not aligned with anything. If I were to do it again, because I thought it does kind of look promotional, but along with that, it might look a little cheap. That's maybe the best way to say it. So, yeah, I kind of would have redone the edge spots. But BR Pro Poker had great service. They help you with your design as long as you're not some arrogant YouTuber who's like, no, I want it like this. If you ask for some input, they'll give you some good input. So anyway, just some thoughts about my custom set here, which I have been enjoying recently. So let's move on to talking about these chip stackers. So, longtime patron, longtime supporter, PokerChipForum.com, Tommy sent these out. So I did not pay for these. These were sent to me from PokerChipForum, and he didn't give me any, he didn't ask for these to be reviewed, but I want to review them because, they're cool. All right, so let's go. Let's talk a little bit about what these are for me. Okay, now everybody has different uses for things, but for me, this is sliding things around. So whether I'm teaching my friends how to play craps, recently it's been family, kids, well, we want to learn about craps. All right, I can move tons of chips around with these, and I don't have to worry about spilling. So this is the one I use the most, the 39mm. We'll play a little bit with the 43, but let's talk about kind of how I use this, all right? So chips, whatever, we're playing craps or whatever. I like it because, you can just drop this down and you have a working movable stack, It's like, oh, here, we're going to talk about here's your stacks, play tournament style. I can show you how that works. It's just super convenient to move chips around because, and I saw this happen with some, teenagers. They grab stacks and they're like, oh yeah, and then you get that action. And they're like, oh yeah, oh. And, then they also try to push them, and I've done this too, where you try to push the stack, but the bottom catches, and so wherever you're pushing falls over, so you have to grab that very bottom chip and move slowly, because if you move quickly, the whole stack's gonna fall, so you move slowly over. This is like 5 stacks, just bam, move it to where you need it, done. You have 2 of them, slap them together, easy. And I also like the color coordination, so you can clearly see which one's the 39 versus the 43. Anyway, I thought they're super useful. I've been using them. That's why I'm making this video. Okay, now, the other fun thing. You know what? I'm just good. I was going to say you can take them out of the trays. Can you put them back in? I haven't tried it. All right. First time I'm attempting this. Let's see if this, can you put them in the tray with the stacker? Well, that is pretty close right there. 95% complete. Just got to put those last ones, done. That was pretty easy. What I was going to say is it's really nice to just, when you're removing them from your trays, like when you remove your chips from your trays, it's nice just to have this handy so you can keep everything nice. You know, because if you do, I'm going to do this again because it was fun. But yeah, if you just, you know, hand remove them, it is a lot more time consuming than just dumping them. And if you dump them without the stacker, it can be very hit and miss. So you just have to be careful. Does that make sense? So let's just dump it out like this. And all right, well, in that case, I've been doing that a lot, so I'm pretty familiar with that. But then you just make them perfect. I didn't say anything about perfectionism. What, did you hear something? I'm not a perfectionist. So 43 millimeter chips. Like I said, I haven't used this tray, these stackers very much, but it is nice. You know, if you have a lot of 43 millimeter chips, I can see this being quite handy. Your skew wampus, and you just slap them in, done. Jaws of life. It's not the jaws of life, kids. It's not. I'm just saying things. I'm a YouTuber. I say things. Some more. Now that I'm making this video, can I use the 43 for the 39s? What happens if I try? That looks pretty good. I mean, there's a little bit more space here in between these stacks than with the 39 mil. Yeah, so that's a cleaner, they're closer, but it does work. All right, so the 43 works for that. But does the 39 millimeter, will it stack the 43? TBD. I don't know. It looked pretty good, but I'm not sure if it's trying to mash them together. Let's say sort of. It sort of works, but I wouldn't, rely on that. Because it seems like the spacing is just off enough where you're not going to get a solid, compression on either side, because I don't know if you can see on camera, but this, So this one is on the very edge of this one. This one's on the very edge of that one. And so they're too spread out. So yeah, the 39 millimeter is probably not going to work with lots of stacks of 43. Yeah, they just don't fit. They just physically just don't fit. Okay, anyway, that was something I just wanted to try. So 43 on the 39 millimeter, yes, not the other way around. All right, let's get these. This is a Royal Card Room. I think that's Apache Poker Chips. Slow Play, that's an Amazon brand. Monaco, that's an Apache Poker Chip brand. Anyway, just giving you a little taste of what you're looking at here. Let's play some YouTube Holdem. Obviously, this is not real Holdem. There's nothing at stake here. We're not gambling. I play my imaginary friend Jane Doe, and I invite you to play along. These are some Chem bridge size, 100% plastic playing cards. All right, let's see. Did I get all my disclosures? Tommy sent me these. Everything else you've seen, I've paid for, except for this mat. Tommy also sent me this from PokerChipForum. So I did not pay for this mat or these chip stackers. All right. Everything. Oh, and this cut card. Everything else I paid for. I paid for the tray. I paid for these chips. I paid for those chips. I paid for these cards. Okay. So if you have a deck at home, shuffle it up, deal yourself 2 cards. We're playing some YouTube Holdem. And again, it's just for fun. You could have the exact same cards I do because it's 2 separate decks. And like I said, there's no folding, so I'm not going to fold anything. I play my imaginary friend Jane Doe, and she's not going to fold anything because she's a luck box and she just wins a lot. So let me do one more shuffle here. People always ask, I call this the weave shuffle. Cut card. This represents our pot right here, neatly stacked. All right. So first, I'm the dealer. Do I have a dealer button somewhere? I can reach it. Let me grab it. Right here. Dealer button. I'm the dealer. Okay. So now we burn a card. Like I said, no betting cycles. It's YouTube. Come on, folks. You got to get going. That's the flop. I haven't even looked at my cards. Let me see what I have. And then we're going to turn. Then we're going to river the 6. Well, I had a so suited ace, not much going on there. I do have that 6 though. And I win. Haha. Shh, be a good winner. I'm a good winner. I've always been a good winner. Take that. All right. We're going to get this here. This here. And let's play another one. Now, Jane is the dealer, which means I think I get dealt first. You got served. All right. This is the last hand. Again, deal yourself 2 cards. Let us know what you had in the comments below, especially if it's something soup's awesome. Okay, so she's dealer, so I get dealt first. All right. Dealer. I want to have a quick look here. And again, there's no folding. So I don't even know why I look. I could just play blind and it would have the exact same results. 1, 2, 3. One of these cards is damaged, I just saw. Never play with damaged cards in your home game, please. This is YouTube, doesn't matter. All right, so turn, river the jack. I have the king, which completes the straight. Is that the straight? 10, jack, queen. Yep. Ha! Ha! 2 in a row for me. I'll take that. She's won oh, she has the pair. Okay, there's no bow. Okay, we're okay. That's a solid, good. And I have the third 3, so awesome. Well, let us know what you had in the comments below. Let us know a bunch of things. All right, so things that happened today. We played with some Chem bridge size cards. Do you like plastic cards? Do you like bridge size over poker size? Do you like jumbo index or regular index? Let us know in the comments below. Next, visit me on PokerChipForum.com. And thank you to my patrons. I really appreciate everybody for your support. It means a lot. It's just general support, so the money that I get from Patreon goes back into this channel and my YouTube channels. So thank you to all my patrons. Let us know about custom chips. Do you have any regrets with custom chip design? For me, it's the edge spots. I wouldn't have used text. I would have put shapes on there. And finally, let us know your thoughts about stackers. They're super awesome. They're so cool. I love them. Well, my name is John Hobby. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. If you don't want to join us on Patreon, you can support us financially by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. That's how it helps this channel. Thanks everybody for watching.